fan going. Got the fan going. It's a bit hot. Oh, what was Gibson Creek? Where was it? Gibson Creek. The Apache. The Apache Software Foundation News Gibson Creeks. I don't know why I have to do that. The Apache software. What's that? You mean what the hell? This page collects all miscalculated tips and what the hell? You have to go there. You have to go in here. Oopala. Dashboard. Check out. Okay. Looks dodgy, man. Why couldn't I go to it? Well, I'm not allowed to. What's it there? Oh, I know how I found it. I found that the S Pen on the S24 Ultra doesn't get update or something. This should have it. It should allow to, wouldn't it? So what I have to do? Oh, I have to go up here or something, and then here or something. I don't know what.
The Apache Software Foundation announces new top-level project Apache Registered Sign KFROX. The Distributed Key Value NoSQL database has graduated to top-level project. Wilmington, June 28, 2023 Globe Newswire, the Apache Software Foundation as the all-volunteer developers, stewards, and incubators of more than 350 open-source projects and initiatives, announced today KFROX has graduated from incubation and is now a top-level project, TLP. KFROX is a distributed key-value NoSQL database that uses RocksDB as the storage engine and is compatible with Redis protocol. KFROX is available for download. I congratulate the KFROX community for becoming a top-level project for Apache, said Liang Chen, ASF member and incubator mentor. As a project champion, I am thrilled to see the progress and the community growth achieved while following Apache community over code practices. The KFROX community was not only able to make major releases packed with features, but they also created a welcoming environment for any new contributor who wishes to join the community. KFROX overview and advantages. KFROX is a distributed key-value NoSQL database that uses RocksDB as storage engine and is compatible with Redis protocol. Users can decrease the cost of memory and increase the capacity compared to Redis. KFROX feature highlights. Redis compatible, support common Redis data types and commands. Namespace, similar to Redis DB but equipped with a token per namespace. Replication, async replication using fall of RocksDB. High availability, support Redis Sentinel to failover when master failed, and cluster, centralized management but accessible via any Redis cluster client. Additional resources. GitHub, https://github.com/apache/kfrox. Download https://kfrox.apache.org/download. Docs https://kfrox.apache.org/. Contribute https://kfrox.apache.org/community/contributing. Since being open sourced in 2019, KFROX has served as an alternative replacement for Redis in massive data scenarios. Many companies are deploying and using KFROX in the production environment, such as Baidu, Circle.lu, Ctrip, Mydo Opera, Unext and Xuikia, among others. To serve users better, KFROX plans to add Kubernetes deployment support, the controller to make the cluster easier to maintain and operate, and add more data structures for fulfilling the user requirements. About the Apache Incubator. The Apache Incubator is the primary entry path for projects and codebases wishing to become part of the efforts at the Apache Software Foundation. All code donations from external organizations and existing external projects enter the ASF through the incubator to 1. Ensure all donations are in accordance with the ASF legal standards, and 2. Develop new communities that adhere to our guiding principles. Incubation is required of all newly accepted projects until a further review indicates that the infrastructure, communications, and decision-making process have stabilized in a manner consistent with other successful ASF projects. While incubation status is not necessarily a reflection of the completeness or stability of the code, it does indicate that the project has yet to be fully endorsed by the ASF. For more information, visit https://incubator.apache.org/. About the Apache Software Foundation, ASF. Founded in 1999, the Apache Software Foundation exists to provide software for the public good with support from more than 70 sponsors. ASF's open source software is used ubiquitously around the world with more than 8,400 committers contributing to 320 plus active projects, including Apache Superset, Apache Camel, Apache Flink, Apache HTTP Server, Apache Kafka, and Apache Airflow. The Foundation's open source projects and community practices are considered industry standards, including the widely adopted Apache License 2.0, the podling incubation process, and a consensus-driven decision model that enables projects to build strong communities and thrive. https://apache.org. ASF's annual Community Over Code event is where open source technologists convene to share best practices and use cases, forge critical relationships, and learn about advancements in their field. For more information, visit https://communityovercode.org/. Copyright sign the Apache Software Foundation. Apache is a registered trademark of the Apache Software Foundation in the United States and/or other countries. All other brands and trademarks are the property of their respective owners. Contact Brian Profit Press at apache.org, Vice President Marketing and Publicity, the Apache Software Foundation.
Download. What's that?
Official download Apache KRocks trademark sign. Apache KRocks trademark sign is released as a source artifact. We are pleased to announce our release as below. Choose a source distribution in beta format and verify using the corresponding signature using the committer filing keys. If you cannot do that, the SHA-512 hash file may be used to check that the download has completed. OK. For fast downloads, current source distributions are hosted on Mirror servers. Older source distributions are in Hive. If a download from a Mirror fails, retry, and the second download will likely succeed. Every released version of Apache KRocks trademark sign has a corresponding official Docker image on Docker Hub, which includes pre-built binaries for both AMD 64 and ARM 64 architecture. You can obtain it via Docker pull Apache/KRocks $version number.
Whoa. What's this? The heat hub.
GitHub Apache/KRocks. Apache KRocks is a distributed key-value NoSQL database that uses RocksDB as storage engine, and is compatible with Redis protocol. Slack channel. Mailing list. How to subscribe. Apache KRocks is a distributed key-value NoSQL database that uses RocksDB as storage engine, and is compatible with Redis protocol. KRocks intends to decrease the cost of memory and increase the capacity while compared to Redis. The design of replication and storage was inspired by Rogueexplicator on Black Widow. KRocks has the following key features. Redis compatible. Users can access Apache KRocks via any Redis client. Namespace, similar to Redis Select, but equipped with token per namespace. Replication, async replication using binlog like MySQL. High availability, support Redis Sentinel to failover when master or slave was failed. Cluster, centralized management but accessible via any Redis cluster client. Thanks to designer Slingia Tianand Shilifan for contributing the logo of KRocks. You can find KRocks users at users page. Users are encouraged to add themselves to the users page. Either leave a comment on the Who is using KRocks issue, or directly send a pull request to add company or organization information and logo. #ubuntu/debian sudo apt update sudo apt install ygit build essential cmake libtool python 3 libsSL dev hash CentOS/red at do yum install y CentOS release sclr sudo yum install ygit devtool set 11 autoconf automake libtool libs dc++ static python 3 OpenSSL devil hash download and install cmake via https://cmake.org/download https://github.com/kitware/cmake/releases/download/v3.26.4/cmake 3.26.4 linux x86 64.sh sudo bash cmake.sh -skip license minus prefix =/user hash enable gcc and make in devtool set 11 source/op/a/devtool set 11/ enable hash OpenSys/sys Linux enterprise sudo Zyper install ygcz11 gcz11c ++ make wget git autoconf automake python 3 curl cmake hash arch Linux udo pacman -si no confirm autoconf automake python 3 git wget which cmake make gcz hash macosbrew install git cmake autoconf automake libtool OpenSL hash. Please link OpenSL by force if it still cannot be found after installing brew link -force OpenSL. It is as simple as $git clone https://github.com/apache/krocks.git $cd krocks $xp build number/xp build h to check more options number especially. /xp build -gh proxy will fetch dependencies via ghproxy.com. To build with TLS support, you'll need OpenSL development libraries, e.g. libsSL dev on Debian/Ubuntu, and run $xp build deemable.
Okay. KRock Apache. What do you have to do? If you go like this, open new one, hit up, GitHub, GitHub, news or something.
Unexpected ways to use GitHub Copilot, the GitHub blog. Writing code is more than just writing code. There's commit messages to write, CLI commands to execute, and obscure syntax to try to remember. While you've probably used GitHub Copilot to support your coding, did you know it can also support your other workloads? GitHub Copilot is widely known for its ability to help developers write code in their IDE. Today, I want to show you how the AI assistant's abilities can extend beyond just code generation. In this post, we'll explore 10 use cases where GitHub Copilot can help reduce friction during your developer workflow. This includes pull requests, working from the command line, debugging CI/CD workflows, and much more. Let's get into it. 1. Run terminal commands from GitHub Copilot Chat. If you ever forget how to run a particular command when you're working in your versus code, GitHub Copilot Chat is here to help. With the new terminal engine in versus code, you can ask GitHub Copilot how to run a particular command. Once it generates a response, you can then click the Insert into Terminal button to run the suggested command. Let me show you what I mean. The terminal engine in versus code also has context about the integrated shell terminal, so it can help you even further. 2. Write pull request summaries Copilot Enterprise feature only. We've all been there where we made a sizable pull request with tons of files and hundreds of changes. But, sometimes, it can be hard to remember every little detail that we've implemented or changed. Yet it's an important part of collaborating with other engineers, developers on my team. After all, if I don't give them a summary of my proposed changes, I'm not giving them the full context they need to provide an effective review. Thankfully, GitHub Copilot is now integrated into pull requests. This means, with the assistance of AI, you can generate a detailed pull request summary of the changes you made in your files. Let's look at how you can generate these summaries. Now, isn't that grand? All you have to do is go in and edit what was generated and you have a great, detailed explanation of all the changes you've made, with links to changed files. Note, you will need a Copilot Enterprise plan, which requires GitHub Enterprise Cloud to use PR summaries. Learn more about this enterprise feature by reading our documentation. 3. Generate commit messages. I came across this one recently while making changes in versus code. GitHub Copilot can help you generate commit messages right in your IDE. If you click on the source control button, you'll notice a sparkle in the message input box. Click on those sparkles and voila, commit messages are generated on your behalf. I thought this was a pretty nifty feature of GitHub Copilot in versus code and Visual Studio. 4. Get help in the terminal with GitHub Copilot in the CLI. Another way to get help with terminal commands is to use GitHub Copilot in the CLI. This is an extension to GitHub CLI that helps you with general shell commands, Git commands, and CLI commands. GitHub Copilot in the CLI is a game changer that is super useful for reminding you of commands, teaching you new commands, or explaining random commands you come across online. Learn how to get started with GitHub Copilot in the CLI by reading this post. 5. Talk to your repositories on github.com Copilot Enterprise feature only. If you've ever gone to a new repository and have no idea what's happening even though the README is there, you can now use GitHub Copilot Chat to explain the repository to you, right in github.com. Just click on the Copilot icon in the top right corner of the repository and ask whatever you want to know about that repository. On github.com you can ask Copilot general software-related questions, questions about the context of your project, questions about a specific file, or specified lines of code within a file. Note, you will need a Copilot Enterprise plan, which requires GitHub Enterprise Cloud. Use GitHub Copilot Chat in repositories on github.com. Learn more about this enterprise feature by reading our documentation. 6. Fix code inline. Did you know that in addition to asking for suggestions with comments, you can get help with your code inline? Just highlight the code you want to fix. Right-click and select Fix using Copilot. Copilot will then provide you with a suggested fix for your code. This is great to have for those small little fixes we sometimes need right in our current files. 7. Bulk close 1000 plus GitHub issues. My team and I had a use case where we needed to close over 1,600 invalid GitHub issues submitted to one of our repositories. I created a custom GitHub action that automatically closed all 1,600 plus issues and implemented the solution with GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot Chat helped me to create the GitHub action, and also helped me implement the closISSue function very quickly by leveraging OctoKit to grab all the issues that needed to be closed. You can read all about how I bulk closed 1,000 plus GitHub issues in this blog post, but just know that with GitHub Copilot Chat, We went from having 1,600 plus open issues to a measly 64 in a matter of minutes. 8. Generate documentation for your code. We all love documenting our code, but just in case some of us need a little help writing documentation, GitHub Copilot is here to help. Regardless of your language, you can quickly generate documentation following language-specific formats: docstring for Python, JSDoc for JavaScript, or JavaDoc for Java. 9. Get help with error messages in your terminal. Error messages can often be confusing. With GitHub Copilot in your IDE, you can now get help with error messages right in the terminal. Just highlight the error message, right-click, and select Explain with Copilot. GitHub Copilot will then provide you with a description of the error and a suggested fix. You can also bring error messages from your browser console into Copilot chat so it can explain those messages to you as well with the explain/command. 10. Debug your GitHub Actions workflow. Whenever I have a speaking engagement, I like to create my slides using SlideF, an open source presentation slide builder for developers. I enjoy using it because I can create my slides in Markdown and still make them look splashy. Take a look at this one, for example. Anyway, there was a point in time where I had an issue with deploying my slides to GitHub pages and I just couldn't figure out what the issue was. So, of course, I turned to my trusty assistant, GitHub Copilot chat, that helped me debug my way through deploying my slides. Read more about how I debugged my deployment workflow with GitHub Copilot Chather. GitHub Copilot goes beyond code completion. As you see above, GitHub Copilot extends far beyond your editor and code completion. It is truly evolving to be one of the best tools you can have in your developer toolkit. I'm still learning and discovering new ways to integrate GitHub Copilot into my daily workflow, and I hope you give some of the above a chance. Be sure to sign up for GitHub Copilot if you haven't tried it out yet, and stay up to date with all that's happening by subscribing to our developer newsletter for more tips, technical guides, and best practices. You can also drop me a note on X if you have any questions, at @itslateIDiv. Until next time, happy coding.
Reddit is reportedly selling data for AI training. About the author by February 19, 2024. Ryan is a senior editor at TechForge Media with over a decade of experience covering the latest technology and interviewing leading industry figures. He can often be cited at tech conferences with a strong coffee in one hand and a laptop in the other. If it's geeky, he's probably into it. Find him on Twitter at Gadgetry, or Mastodon at Gadgetry at techup.social. Reddit has negotiated a content licensing deal to allow its data to be used for training AI models, according to a Bloomberg report. Just ahead of a potential $5 billion initial public offering IPO debut in March. Reddit has reportedly signed a $60 million deal with an undisclosed major AI company. This move could be seen as a last-minute effort to showcase potential revenue streams in the rapidly growing AI industry to prospective investors. Although Reddit has yet to confirm the deal, the decision could have significant implications. If true, it would mean that Reddit's vast trove of user-generated content, including posts from popular subreddits, comments from both prominent and obscure users, and discussions on a wide range of topics could be used to train and enhance existing large language models, LLMs, or provide the foundation for the development of new, generative AI systems. However, this decision by Reddit may not sit well with its user base, as the company has faced increasing opposition from its community regarding its recent business decisions. Last year, when Reddit announced plans to start charging for access to its application programming interfaces APIs, thousands of Reddit forums temporarily shut down in protest. Days later, a group of Reddit hackers threatened to release previously stolen site data unless the company reversed the API plan or paid a ransom of $4.5 million. Reddit has recently made other controversial decisions, such as removing years of private chat logs and messages from users' accounts. The platform also implemented new automatic moderation features and removed the option for users to turn off personalized advertising, fueling additional discontent among its users. This latest reported deal to sell Reddit's data for AI training could generate even more backlash from users. As the debate over the ethics of using public data, art, and other human-created content to train AI systems continues to intensify across various industries and platforms. Photo by Brett Jordan on Unsplash. See also Amazon trains 980M parameter LLM with emergent abilities. Want to learn more about AI and big data from industry leaders? Check out AI and Big Data Expo taking place in Amsterdam, California, and London. The comprehensive event is co-located with other leading events including BlockX, Digital Transformation Week, and Cybersecurity and Cloud Expo. Explore other upcoming enterprise technology events and webinars powered by TechForge. Tags AI, artificial intelligence, large language model, LLM model, Reddit, social media, training. Mistral AI unveils LLM rivaling major players. About the author by February 27, 2024. Ryan is a senior editor at TechForge Media with over a decade of experience covering the latest technology and interviewing leading industry figures. He can often be cited at tech conferences with a strong coffee in one hand and a laptop in the other. If it's geeky, he's probably into it. Find him on Twitter at Gadgetry, or Mastodon at Gadgetry at techup.social. Mistral AI, a France-based startup, has introduced a new large language model LLM, called Mistral Large that it claims can compete with several top AI systems on the market. Mistral AI stated that Mistral Large outscored most major LLMs except for OpenAI's recently launched GPT-4 in tests of language understanding. It also performed strongly in maths and coding assessments. Co-founder and chief scientist Bjorn Lampel said Mistral Large represents a major advance over earlier Mistral models. The company also launched a chatbot interface named the Chat to allow users to interact with the system, similar to ChatGPT. The proprietary model boasts fluency in English, French, Spanish, German, and Italian, with a vocabulary exceeding 20,000 words. While Mistral's first model was open source, Mistral Large's code remains closed like systems from OpenAI and other firms. Mistral AI received nearly $500 million in funding late last year from backers such as Nvidia and Andreessen Horowitz. It also recently partnered with Microsoft to provide access to Mistral Large through Azure Cloud Services. Microsoft's investment of €15 million into Mistral AI is set to face scrutiny from European Union regulators who are already analyzing the tech giant's ties to OpenAI, maker of market-leading models like GPT-3 and GPT-4. The European Commission said Tuesday it will review Microsoft's deal with Mistral, which could lead to a formal probe jeopardizing the partnership. Microsoft has focused most of its AI efforts on OpenAI, having invested around $13 billion into the California company. Those links are now also under review in both the EU and UK for potential anti-competitive concerns. Pricing for the Mistral Large model starts at $8 per million tokens of input and $24 per million output tokens. The system will leverage Azure's computing infrastructure for training and deployment needs, as Mistral AI and Microsoft partner on AI research as well. While third-party rankings have yet to fully assess Mistral Large, the firm's earlier Mistral Medium ranked 60th out of over 60 language models. With the latest release, Mistral AI appears positioned to challenge dominant players in the increasingly crowded AI space. Photo by Joshua Goldie and Unsplash. See also Stability AI. Preview Stable Diffusion 3 text-to-image model. Want to learn more about AI and big data from industry leaders? Check out AI and Big Data Expo taking place in Amsterdam, California, and London. The comprehensive event is co-located with other leading events including BlockX, Digital Transformation Week, and Cybersecurity and Cloud Expo. Explore other upcoming enterprise technology events and webinars powered by TechForge. Tags: AI, Artificial Intelligence, Azure, Azure Cloud, Chatbot, CloudView, Europe, European Union, France, Large Language Model, The Chat, LLM, Microsoft, Mistral AI. Mistral Large.
Sora. We're teaching AI to understand and simulate the physical world in motion, with the goal of training models that help people solve problems that require real-world interaction. Introducing Sora, our text-to-video model. Sora can generate videos up to a minute long while maintaining visual quality and adherence to the user's prompt. Today, Sora is becoming available to red teamers to assess critical areas for harms or risks. We are also granting access to a number of visual artists, designers, and filmmakers to gain feedback on how to advance the model to be most helpful for creative professionals. We're sharing our research progress early to start working with and getting feedback from people outside of OPENA and to give the public a sense of what AI capabilities are on the horizon. Sora is able to generate complex scenes with multiple characters, specific types of motion, and accurate details of the subject and background. The model understands not only what the user has asked for in the prompt, but also how those things exist in the physical world. The model has a deep understanding of language, enabling it to accurately interpret prompts and generate compelling characters that express vibrant emotions. Sora can also create multiple shots within a single generated video that accurately persist characters and visual style. The current model has weaknesses. It may struggle with accurately simulating the physics of a complex scene, and may not understand specific instances of cause and effect. For example, a person might take a bite out of a cookie, but afterward, the cookie may not have a bite mark. The model may also confuse spatial details of a prompt, for example, mixing up left and right, and may struggle with precise descriptions of events that take place over time, like following a specific camera trajectory.
to write better ChatGPT prompts in 5 steps, said DNet. ChatGPT is the generative artificial intelligence AI tool that's taken the world by storm. While there's always the possibility Thea will simply make stuff up, there's a lot you can do when crafting prompts to ensure the best possible outcome. That's what we'll be exploring in this how-to. In this article, we'll show you how to write prompts that encourage the LLM large language model within ChatGPT to provide the best possible answers. Also have 10 hours. IBM will train you in AI fundamentals for free. In fact, writing effective prompts has become its own highly paid discipline, known as prompt engineering. ZDNet's Sabrina Ortiz wrote an article entitled, "Do You Like Asking ChatGPT Questions?" You could get paid a lot for it, that explored this new employment opportunity. So, pay attention to the rest of this article. Who knows? Reading it could help you build the skills to become one of those highly paid prompt engineers. Apparently, these gigs can pay from $175,000 to $335,000 per year. How to write effective ChatGPT prompts. One of the more interesting things I've had to get used to when working with ChatGPT is that you don't program it, you talk to it. As a formally trained programmer, I've had to leave a lot of habits by the wayside when engaging with AI. Talking to it and with it requires a mindset shift. When I say talk to it like a person, I mean talk to it like you would a coworker or team member. If that's hard to do, give it a name. Alexa is taken, so maybe think of it as Bob. This naming helps because, when you talk to Bob, you might include conversational details, little anecdotes that give your story texture, a variety of possibilities, and more. Also, how to use ChatGPT to write code. When talking to a person, it would be natural to expect someone to miss your point initially and require clarification. It would be natural for someone with whom you're speaking to veer away from the topic at hand and need to be wrangled back on topic. It would be natural to fill in the backstory and ask complex questions, and it would also be natural to have to dig in, restating some of those questions based on the answers you got back. This is called interactive prompting. Don't be afraid to ask multi-step questions. Ask a question, get a response. Based on that response, ask another question. I've personally done this 10 to 20 times in a row and gotten very powerful results. And it fits with the talking to a friend analogy. You wouldn't just ask one question to a friend and then walk away. You'd have a conversation. Do the same with the AI. All of this prompting is how you should talk to ChatGPT. Writing a ChatGPT prompt is more than just asking a one-sentence question. It often involves providing relevant background information to set the context of the query. Let's say that you want to prepare for a marathon. You could ask ChatGPT, "How can I prepare for a marathon?" But you'll get a far more nuanced answer if, instead, you tell the AI that you're training for your first marathon. The answers you get will be more focused on your needs, as in, "I am a beginner runner and have never run a marathon before, but I want to complete one in 6 months. How can I prepare for a marathon?" Do you see how you're giving the AI much more information, with which to provide you with a more focused and helpful answer? For the record, I do not run, dance, or jump. So this is merely an example. There's no way I'm going to run a marathon unless I'm doing it with a V-twin motor under my seat. Here are 2 more examples of questions that provide context. I am planning to travel to Spain in a few months, and would like to learn some basic Spanish to help me communicate with local residents. I am looking for online resources that are suitable for beginners and provide a structured and comprehensive approach to learning the language. Can you recommend some online resources for learning Spanish as a beginner? In this case, rather than just asking about learning resources, the context helps focus the AI on learning how to communicate on the ground with local residents. Here's another example. I am a business owner interested in exploring how blockchain technology can be used to improve supply chain efficiency and transparency. I am looking for a clear and concise explanation of the technology and examples of how it has been used in the context of supply chain management. Can you explain the concept of blockchain technology and its potential applications in supply chain management? In this example, rather than just asking for information on blockchain and how it works, the focus is specifically on blockchain for supply chain efficiency and how it might be used in a real-world scenario. Go ahead and feed that prompt into ChatGPT. You'll find its answer to be very interesting. I'll give you one final example that's far more in depth. It shows how to construct a detailed prompt. Also, how to use Image Creator from Microsoft Designer, formerly Bing Image Creator. One note, I limit the answer to 500 words because ChatGPT seems to break somewhere between 500 and 700 words, leaving the stories in mid-sentence and not resuming properly when asked to continue. I'm hoping future versions can provide more extensive answers, because premises like the one I'm about to share seem to generate some really fun story. Beginnings. Write a short story for me, no more than 500 words. The story takes place in 2339, in Boston. The entire story takes place inside a Victorian-style bookstore that wouldn't be out of place in Diagon Alley. Inside the store are the following characters, all human. The proprietor, make this person interesting and a bit unusual, give them a name, and at least one skill or characteristic that influences their backstory and possibly influences the entire short story. The helper, this is a clerk in the store. His name is Todd. The customer and his friend, two customers came into the store together, Jackson and Ophelia. Jackson is dressed as if he's going to a steampunk convention, while Ophelia is clearly coming home from her day working in a professional office. Another customer is Evangeline, a regular customer in the store, in her mid-40s. Yet another customer is Archibald, a man who could be anywhere from 40 to 70 years old. He has a mysterious air about himself, and seems both somewhat grandiose and secretive. There is something about Archibald that makes the others uncomfortable. A typical concept in retail sales is that there's always more inventory in the back, where there's a storeroom for additional goods that might not be shown on the shelves where customers browse. The premise of this story is that there is something very unusual about this store's in the back. Put it all together and tell something compelling and fun. You can see how the detail provides more for the AI to work with. First, write me a story about a bookstore into ChatGPT and see what it gives you. Then feed in the above prompt and you'll see the difference. One of ChatGPT's coolest features is that it can write from the point of view of a specific person or profession. In a previous article, I showed how you can make ChatGPT write like it was a pirate or Shakespeare, but you can also have it write like it's a teacher, a marketing executive, a journalist, or from the perspective of anyone you want it to consider. Also how ChatGPT can rewrite and improve your existing code. Here's an example. I'll ask ChatGPT to describe the Amazon Echo smart home device, but to do so from the point of view of a product manager, a caregiver, and a journalist. Here are those three prompts. From the point of view of its product manager, describe the Amazon Echo Alexa device. From the point of view of an adult child caring for an elderly parent, describe the Amazon Echo Alexa device. From the point of view of a journalist, describe the Amazon Echo Alexa device. You can drop these three prompts into ChatGPT to see its complete response. But a few sentences will show you how ChatGPT takes on the different roles to provide different responses. The AAS response using the product manager identity included this sentence: I can confidently say that this is one of the most innovative and revolutionary products in the smart home industry. The AAS response using the caregiver identity included this sentence: "The device's ability to set reminders and alarms can be particularly helpful for elderly individuals who may have trouble remembering to take their medication or attend appointments." Also, 5 ways to explore the use of generative AI at work. And the AAS response using the journalist identity included this sentence: "From a journalistic perspective, the Echo has made headlines due to privacy concerns surrounding the collection and storage of user data." You can see how different identities allow the AI to provide different perspectives as part of its response. I'll expand that idea a bit by showing you how to let the AI do a thought experiment. Let's look at some of the issues that went into the creation of something like Alexa. The year is 2012. Siri has been out for the iPhone for about a year, but nothing like an Alexa smart home device has been released. The scene is an Amazon board meeting where the Echo smart assistant based on Alexa has just been proposed. Provide the arguments, pro and con, that board members at that meeting would have been likely to discuss as part of their process of deciding whether or not to approve spending to invest in developing the device. Feel free to also include participation by engineering design experts and product champions, if that provides more comprehensive perspective. Here's a quick tip: making minor changes to your prompts can significantly change ChatGPT's response. For example, when I changed the phrase, "provide the arguments, pro and con, that," to "provide the pro and con arguments as dialogue, that," ChatGPT rewrote its answer, switching from a list of enumerated pros and cons to an actual dialogue between participants. As mentioned above, ChatGPT has a tendency to go off the rails, lose track of the discussion, or completely fabricate answers. There are a few techniques you can use to keep it on track and help keep it honest. One of my favorite things to do is ask ChatGPT to justify its responses. I'll use phrases like "why do you think that?" or "what evidence supports your answer?" Often, the AI will simply apologize for making stuff up and come back with a new answer. Other times, it might give you some useful information about its reasoning path. In any case, don't forget to uplift tips I provide for having ChatGPT cite sources. Also, my 2 favorite ChatGPT Plus plugins and the remarkable things I can do with them. If you have a fairly long conversation with ChatGPT, you'll start to notice that the AI loses the thread. This is clearly not unique just to AI. If you have a fairly long conversation with most friends, family, and co-workers, someone is bound to lose the thread. That said, when you're in a conversation with ChatGPT, you can use the same techniques you use with friends. Gently guide the AI back on track, and remind it what the topic is, as well as what you're trying to explore. One of the best ways to up your skill at this craft is to play around with what the chatbot can do. Try feeding ChatGPT a variety of interesting prompts to see what it will do with them. Then change them up and see what happens. Here are 5 to get you started. Imagine you are a raindrop falling from the sky during a thunderstorm. Describe your journey from the moment you form in the cloud to the moment you hit the ground. What do you see, feel, and experience? You are a toy that has been left behind in an attic for decades. Narrate your feelings, memories of playtimes past, and your hopes of being rediscovered. Write the final diary entry of a time traveler who has decided to settle down in a specific era, explaining why they chose that time and what they've learned from their travels. Imagine a dialogue between 2 unlikely objects, like a teacup and a wristwatch, discussing the daily routines and challenges they face. Describe a day in an ant colony from the perspective of an ant. Dive deep into the politics, challenges, and social structures of the ant world. Pay attention not only to what the AI generates, but how it generates what it does, what mistakes it makes, and where it seems to run into limits. All of that detail will help you expand your prompting horizons. More prompt writing tips. Feel free to re-ask the question. ChatGPT will often change its answer with each ask. Make small changes to your prompts to guide it into giving you a better answer. ChatGPT will retain its awareness of previous conversations, as long as the current page is open. If you leave that page, it will lose awareness. To be clear, ChatGPT will also sometimes lose the thread of the conversation just because, so be aware you may need to start over from time to time. Similarly, opening a new page will start the discussion with fresh responses. Answers over about 500 words sometimes break down. Be sure to specify the length of the response you want. You can correct and clarify prompts based on how the AI answered previously. If it's misinterpreting you, you may be able to just tell it what it missed and continue on. Rephrase questions if it doesn't want to answer what you're asking. Use personas to elicit answers that it might not otherwise want to give. If you want sources cited, tell it to support or justify its answers. ChatGPT custom instructions are now available to free users. You can give ChatGPT a set of prompts that are always available, so you don't have to retype them. Keep experimenting. Consider getting ChatGPT Plus subscription. You can then use your own data for powerful analytics. You can also pull data from the web. Try asking the same question of the Docker pilot formerly called Bing Chat. Both will provide you with alternative interpretations of your prompts, as well as variations in their answers. This is effectively getting a second opinion on your prompt, and can give you alternate perspectives or answers. Ask for examples. If you want to see how well ChatGPT understands what you're asking for, ask it, "Can you give me 3 examples of how that works?" Or similar questions. Ask it to repeat back parts of your original requests. For example, if you feed it an article to analyze, tell it just to be sure you understand. Please echo back the first 3 headlines, or I want to be sure you understand what I mean. So summarize the main conflict discussed in this article. Basically, like a student taking a quiz, test to see if it is on track. Sometimes ChatGPT just fails. Keep trying, but also be willing to give up and move on to other tools. It's not perfect yet. What type of prompts work best with ChatGPT? Part of what makes ChatGPT so compelling is you can ask it almost anything. That said, keep in mind that it's designed to provide written answers. If you want a list of websites, you're better off talking to Google. Also, how to use DALL-E 3 in ChatGPT. If you want some form of computation, talk Tao from Alpha. Give ChatGPT open-ended prompts, encourage creativity, yeah. And we thought creativity would be strictly the purview of humans. Don't be afraid to share personal experiences or emotions. And remember that there's knowledge ends in 2021. What do I do if ChatGPT refuses to answer, or I don't like its answer? There are some guardrails built into ChatGPT. It tends to close down if you ask it political questions, for example. That's what's built into the system. While you might be able to tease out an answer, it's probably not going to provide great value. That said, feel free to keep asking questions with different phrasing or perspectives. Also, how does ChatGPT actually work? You can ask as many questions as you want, although it did once tell me I asked too many questions and suggested I come back later. Yes, in fact, it basically said, "Go away, kid, you're bothering me." To be fair, after hours of questions, I probably was. This thing can be as, or more, addictive than watching puppy videos on YouTube. You can follow my day-to-day project updates on social media. Be sure to subscribe to my weekly update newsletter and Substack. And follow me on Twitter at @DavidWertz, on Facebook at facebook.com/DavidWertz, on Instagram at instagram.com/DavidWertz, and on YouTube at youtube.com/DavidWertzV.
NVIDIA has unveiled a new AI-powered chatbot tool called Chat with RTX. So this is specifically designed to run locally on your computer. You're not needing to be connected to the internet, and you can get an incredible AI chat experience. I want to break down everything that's included in here, some of the features, some of the limitations, and then some of the broader implications that I think this brings up in the entire industry. So the first thing I do want to mention here is that this is for RTX 30 and 40 series GPU owners. So this is something that NVIDIA does. This is kind of a classic NVIDIA thing where they'll create some really interesting, powerful software. It only works with their hardware, right? Like, so you have to have their GPU in your computer. For example, I'm currently recording this on something called NVIDIA Broadcast. Now, NVIDIA Broadcast is an amazing tool because what it actually allows me to do is I can look at my computer screen and it still looks like I'm making eye contact with the camera. This is me actually making eye contact with the camera. So you can kind of see the difference there if you're watching the video and not listening to the podcast recording, but you get the idea either way. The only way I was able to use NVIDIA Broadcast is if I had a powerful enough NVIDIA GPU in my computer. So I literally rebuilt an entire desktop computer from scratch with this really beefy NVIDIA GPU, and now I can run this, and I could probably run this new chatbot tool and a lot of other things as well. But I think it's essentially it's creating some software that gives people an incentive to go and buy NVIDIA GPUs. So it makes a lot of sense. Now, what is actually, in this new tool? So, of course, you're going to need the 30 or 40 series graphics cards, the GeForce RTXs, in order to run this. But you can run this directly from your Windows PC. So this new tool essentially is going to let you kind of interact with a customizable Gen AI model, which is a lot like OpenAI's ChatGPT, right? But essentially, it's linking with your personal documents. So it can look at your files, your notes, your queries, everything, and it can use that and give you answers. So if you're like, hey, I made like a document about X, Y, and Z like a few months ago. Could you find it somewhere? I know that like I struggle with this sometimes. I'm like, where the heck did I put this thing? And I'm looking through like folders and places, and I put it in the recycle bin and whatever. So this is something interesting for that. In addition, here's some of the key features of it. So number one, it's going to be leveraging the AI model Mistral. So this is an open source model, Mistral out of France. It's been making a lot of headway because it's kind of comparable to ChatGPT. And I think what's interesting here is this is an open source model, right? So if they were trying to link with actual ChatGPT, they have to pay for API credits every time they access OpenAI. When they're using this open source model, it can be hosted directly on your computer. It's being run on your computer now because your computer's powerful enough. You literally don't have to pay anything for it other than buying the hardware from NVIDIA, which I think is a fascinating business model. So Chat with RTX uses Mistral, but it's also compatible with some other text-based models, including Meta's Llama 2, which is also open source, so also no payment there. What I will say, the big disclaimer here is that it does require a ton of storage on your device. So it's anywhere between 50 and 100 gigabytes to actually run this thing or store on your computer. And this is really just to accommodate like all of the necessary file operations. So really what it does is it has support for a bunch of different file formats. So it can do PDF, .doc, .docx, and also XML. And it can also even incorporate YouTube playlist transcriptions into its data set to kind of improve the searching capabilities of it, which I think is really, really interesting. So all that being said, let's talk about some of the limitations. So NVIDIA recently has kind of been highlighting that Chat with RTX is designed for what they're saying simplicity, but really they're just saying like this lets users extract information from their files by typing in questions, right? So it's not even just like where is a specific file. It's like, hey, I talked about this in a file, where is that? Or what is the answer to this thing? And it like searches all of the documents on your computer, and it's like, oh, you're like, maybe you did the onboarding for your company and they gave you like your vacation policy, and you're like, I know it's on my computer somewhere, I can't find it. It can go search it, find it, and give you the information. So I think that's very interesting. What I will say is the tool has some limitations, including the inability to remember context between questions and potential variability in response relevance because of factors like question rephrasing. So what that means is you ask it one question, it'll give you the answer, then you like something that's great about ChatGPT is it's not just a single shot response. It's like it's like a whole conversation, right? So you're like, hey, I'm building this thing, give me like the title for a new YouTube video, and it makes you the title for the video. And it's like, now give me a description for that. And it's like, now give me some talking points for the video, right? Like, so it understands the context of all the questions and it links them together. This does not. So it's kind of like one single shot questions. This is because of the way the model performs. It's trying to, be open source specifically on your computer. The data set size isn't super big. So there's a bunch of different, things like that. But what I will say is, NVIDIA recently wrote about this in a blog post, and this is what they said. They said, quote, rather than searching through notes or saved content, users can simply type queries. For example, one could ask, what was the restaurant my partner recommended while in Las Vegas? And Chat with RTX will scan local files and the user points to it and provide the answer with context. So I'm assuming you'd be able to, put in like your chat messages and other things like that, which I think is really, really interesting. So when we're looking at kind of like broader implications here, I think the release of ChatRTX really kind of aligns with a growing trend of running AI models locally. This is something I've talked about on a lot of my podcasts, but essentially I think it offers a lot of benefits. Number one, I think, in my opinion, is like privacy. When you chat with ChatGPT, especially if you're on the free tier, they're taking all of your conversations and using it to retrain. There's, moderators that are looking at those conversations. So a lot of companies have just like banned it, saying, hey, like, JP Morgan Chase and Apple were like, hey, you can't use ChatGPT. And so OpenAI had to like kind of make these custom like enterprise tiers, regardless, whether it's for your company, whether you're a small company or a big company, or you don't have the budget to pay for the enterprise tier, but you want to still use ChatGPT. These are all issues you kind of have to grapple with. And so I think a solution like Chat with RTX solves a huge problem by allowing you to run this locally. You get all of the privacy benefits, you get lower latency, it's more cost effective. And I think compared to, cloud hosting alternatives like ChatGPT that's running in the cloud, this is really quite a great tool. So recently, the World Economic Forum has said that they anticipate a significant increase in devices capable of running Gen AI models offline. So that's PCs, there's Internet of Things. So I think like this is kind of the trend where we're probably going, and I tend to agree with them there. What I will say though is that how easy it is to run and train these models is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. There's a lot of people that are like concerned about the potential for misuse or like malicious actors. But like, yeah, so any hacker in North Korea can write malware anyways. So I don't really tend to think that like this is going to expedite it to an insane level. Now, I know some people will disagree with me on that, but I think at the end of the day, this technology is available, it's viable, it's economical, it increases productivity, so it's going to get rolled out. And if people are concerned about like the negative uses, let's look at how we can use it to counteract those negative uses, right? So like if we're worried that hackers are going to use it, how can cybersecurity experts use the same tools to counteract it, right? So I think there's like conversations to be had. There's going to be growing pains with all of this. So not to say like nothing bad will ever happen, but people die in car crashes, we shouldn't ban cars. That's kind of where I'm at with all of this. In any case, NVIDIA's Chat with RTX right now, I think represents a huge step forward in really like, I hate this phrase because I feel like it's a buzzword, democratizing access to AI. Like every single startup, and I see that's what they say they're doing. And I'm sure I've said that many times about my own startup, AI Box, which is a no-code AI app builder and marketplace that we're currently raising a crowdfunding round for. We've raised over $430,000. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in the show notes. You can go check it out. But anyways, the whole democratizing access to AI, sometimes I cringe about that phrase, but I do actually believe that this is a big step forward in that, right? If you don't have the money to pay for it, if you don't have internet access, you can still use this. I mean, also another funny, like, ironic thing is like, if you don't have enough money to pay for like premium ChatGPT or to always have internet access, you could technically use this, but the cost of these GPUs is actually quite high, so it's not like it's cheap anyways. But, aside from that, I do think that it is more of an experimental application. That's what they're saying about it right now, than like a product-ready solution. I gotta give kudos to NVIDIA, though, for putting something out like this that's more experimental. Even NVIDIA Broadcast, this like eye tracking thing that I use, it's still in beta. It's been like in beta for a year. I don't know when they like pull the beta title off of it, but I'm thrilled when people do that and they don't wait till something's perfect, years later, especially these big companies. So I'm all on board with that. What I will say though is I think as the landscape of offline AI model usage is growing a lot. The technology benefits and challenges are also going to maybe not grow, but they're going to become more defined. Like I mentioned, right? There's the potential that people could misuse this, but I think that there's also the potential that we can use this to better counteract bad actors. So I think all in all, this is a net positive. All of this advancement, all this technological advancement, I believe is raising the global standard of living and is a great thing. So I'll keep you up to date on how this rolls out, what people are using it for, and what are some of the most interesting use cases in this new NVIDIA tool that they're launching.
Okay, I'm going to narrate as I do this. Notice that the clock is ticking over here.
Meta is changing how they are labeling AI-generated content, and this is all coming on an election year in the United States. A lot of people have a lot to say. Now, I will be the first to admit I'm part of a Facebook group called AI-generated images people think are real, and sometimes it's kind of funny to scroll through there and see all of these AI-generated images that are clearly fake, but all the comments on them are people saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe this or that. There's all sorts of really funny things that you can find there. Also, highly recommend the group. That being said, at the same time, I do feel bad a lot of times for some of these people that are duped into thinking these images are real. People's grandparents that just don't understand what's happening in technology, it can be a little bit alarming for them, I'm sure. So I do understand where Facebook's coming from and Meta's coming from with this, and I think it's interesting how they plan on rolling this out. So all of this is expected to essentially increase the amount of AI-generated imagery that's labeled on Meta's platform. They don't have, specific numbers on how much synthetic data versus authentic data is currently on the platform, right? I'm sure even if they did, I don't know if they would want to say that, because at the same time, my big question on all of this is like, do they label ads? Because pretty much all ads, whether it's AI generated or not, is like highly edited and highly fake. So like, what level are we calling AI generated? What level are we calling like this is just a Facebook filter? I think there's a bunch of interesting gray areas that are going to come on this, although I do understand like the ideas for transparency on authenticity and making this legitimate. In any case, Meta has previously labeled quote unquote photorealistic images made with its own Imagine with Meta generative AI tool, but it's now going to start labeling content made with other companies' tools. So Meta president Nick Clegg announced this plan and said that they're going to do this in collaboration with a bunch of industry partners to align on common technical standards for signaling AI-created content, right? And I think really that is just them saying like, hey, we're not the only ones that are going to do this. We're working with other people. It's industry standard. One thing I do think is interesting here is that the new labeling they're going to start doing is going to roll out, they said, quote, in the coming months. So this is coming pretty quick. This isn't something they're announcing its way down the pipe. I'm curious, too, to see how this... There's a lot of interesting aspects of this. One of them being, we know that OpenAI itself tried to come up with a tool that could label AI-generated text, and they failed, shut that thing down after like 7 months, even though they literally created ChatGPT and should be the ones that know this the best. I'm curious to see if Meta tries coming up with an AI model essentially that can detect AI-generated photos, or if they're just going to kind of police it, like you have to self-report, and if you don't, there's consequences. So this is going to be applied in all languages when they first roll it out, and it's going to be supported by each app, right? So they have Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and they said that they're going to have a focus on election calendars to inform the rollout on different markets. This is so interesting. Like they're going to be labeling these. It seems like this has a lot to do with elections specifically, which is very interesting. So Meta relies, of course, on some detection methods, including visible marks or invisible watermarks and metadata embedded in their own generative AI technology to label synthetic data and images. But this is specifically for like their own tools they've created, right? Like they have their own image detection, so they can put metadata in there. They can put invisible watermarks. The one thing I'll say, metadata, that one's easy to dupe. You just screenshot something, and now the metadata's changed. Invisible watermarks, I think, is a good method. I think it's going to be a bit of a cat and mouse game because this is only really going to work if you're using a AI generating model that like supports invisible watermarks, right? So if you're using Imagine by Meta, it'll put an invisible watermark. Pretty much they'll have certain pixels and things in the image that you can't even see when you're looking at it, but they'll be able to know. But if you go use something like Midjourney, they won't have it. Now, maybe Midjourney will get pressured to add it, but the reason that I think that can't be relied on alone is because there's so many open source models that inevitably people are going to be able to create anything they want without these watermarks. People will create these models. So it only really works if you have the big ones. Maybe that will cut down on a majority because most people will use the most popular ones. But anyways, I just think that's something to be aware of. What I will say is right now Meta is working with a bunch of different AI companies to develop some what they're calling common standards for identifying generative AI content. And that, that's obviously AI generated stuff from tools, from like Google, OpenAI, Microsoft, Adobe, Midjourney, Shutterstock, Meta. All of those their tools are essentially trying to detect from all of those people. Of course, like I mentioned, there's still the open source question. So, and okay, one other thing on the open source question, I know there's a lot of people that are like, oh, open source is dangerous, you got to shut that down as well. This is not realistic, and I think it's not good for freedom on the internet. So there's also that issue. So anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. But all that being said, AI generated videos and audio are currently really hard to detect and label because, of course, there's not a lot of watermarking. There's all of the different issues. We all know, right? Like I've been duped by some tricks on AI generated content before. So, even Meta right now, they require that users posting photorealistic AI generated videos or realistic sounding audio have to disclose if it's AI generated or not. And they said that they are reserving the right to label content deemed high risk for deception. This some people don't like, right? Because maybe it isn't AI generated, but Meta thought it was, and they label it high risk. So there's all sorts of things that could happen there. People worry this is a censorship kind of thing that might happen. But if users don't disclose, there are penalties and bans under Meta's current platform, so that it could be an issue. So the oversight board called for Meta to essentially address this, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this actually rolls out. But right now, the effectiveness of Meta's AI detection systems and the overall impact of these initiatives on the prevalence of, AI generated content is kind of unclear, but it's going to be interesting to see how they work with this and to see how they actually try to essentially shut down or at least notify people when there's this AI generated content on their platform. Definitely a story we'll continue to follow as we continue in the future.
Okay, I'm going to narrate as I do this. Notice that the clock is ticking over here in the upper left-hand corner.
OpenAI's new text-to-video model, which is called Sora, is absolutely insane. Today on the podcast, I want to be breaking down the top 20 jobs that I believe it's going to be replacing. So while I'm extremely excited about the potential, I also have a lot of concerns about what this could be used for, as I'm sure many people do. And I don't think that, we should really beat around the bush when it comes to discussing people and industries that are going to be impacted by this. As my job here on the podcast, I really try to be as transparent as possible. And when I see big things coming down the pipe, or, when I see big things that are going to have a big impact, I bring it up and I just confront it head on. So in an effort for more transparency, I want to cover 20 jobs. A lot of these are in the film industry, but a lot of other industries as well that are going to be replaced by AI and Sora combined. And it's kind of crazy. I'm really going to try to focus this specifically on Sora, ChatGPT, or OpenAI's text-to video generator. It's absolutely phenomenal. It can generate up to 60-second long videos that are, high quality. These things look amazing. I want to break down a little bit about how this actually works and how they've achieved this. But then I want to dive into some of these jobs that I believe will be replaced, and a lot of this is going to be automated. So the first thing I want to say is the reason why I believe Sora is so good. We've seen others, right? And I recently on LinkedIn, I shared like a comparison of Sora versus Runway, which Runway up until now has kind of been the front runner AI video generator. And the thing you'll notice between the two, obviously Sora is significantly better. OpenAI absolutely hit it out of the park here. And the reason why I believe they did that is Runway was really going at this, trying to kind of take like images and animate them and turn them into video. And it's kind of from like a single angle. What Sora did is I believe they actually used training data from 3D modeling software. So beyond just the video, it actually understands physics and everything that's in a scene, and creates almost like a 3D map that the video can then move around in. So you can see all these really cool effects where it's not just you saying, hey, Sora, create a video of a dinosaur running through the tundra. It's like create a video of a dinosaur running through the tundra as a drone flies around, giving a panoramic view of the dinosaur. And it will be able to do that because it can understand this 3D kind of spatial awareness. It makes it absolutely incredible, on top of everything else they've done to make this really high quality. So I just wanted to point out that one big differentiator, because I think that makes a big impact on what we're about to talk about, why it's so much better beyond just kind of like animating pictures. Okay, the first thing that I believe it will replace is video editors. So I know a lot of people are like, hey, this thing's just going to generate video and we'll be the editors. I've actually seen some really impressive demos where essentially you see a piece of footage generated by Sora and you say, awesome, now make the same video, but make it wintertime. Okay, make the same video, but have the camera panning around. Okay, make the same video, but cut out the part where the tree falls down at the end, right? Like anything you see, you can start to edit it with prompts, which is absolutely phenomenal. And I think this is going to, I say it's going to replace video editors. Obviously, someone's editing that video, a person's doing it. It's going to change the tooling. And so I say video editors because kind of when you think of a video editor, you think of a person that's trained to use these tools. Those tools will change a lot. Now, there's still going to be probably a person doing it, but I think that that's going to change a lot. The second is actors for specific roles. You're going to be able to replace them with digital avatars in certain scenarios. I've been saying this for a long time. You're going to be able to direct your own movies and pick the actors and actresses that you want in there. And so I think you're going to be able to just get generic ones auto-generated will be a big part of this, but you probably will be able to pay licensing and have, famous actors play a role in a movie that you direct yourself. I believe that there'll be a platform that does this in the near future. The third one, is voiceover artists. Now, this isn't specifically video, but it's just such a huge part of the film industry and video that I want to bring this up. There's so many incredible tools. 11 Labs is the primary one, and creating AI generated voices for video narration is going to be absolutely huge, and that job I believe is largely going to be automated. Even if you're an incredible voice artist, you could just record your voice, a couple samples, upload them to 11 Labs' marketplace, and sell your voice. So it's like you're still a voice artist, but it only requires you to do a little bit of work, and now you can sell your voice forever and anyone can access it. I believe that's where voice artist work is going to go. So voice artists will still be compensated, but they're not going to be they won't need to be actively working and doing things per se. The fourth is script writers. This one's obvious with ChatGPT. I think we've all seen that AI can generate scripts for specific video content quite well. Cinematographers, I believe, are going to be replaced by virtual cinematography capabilities. Special effects technicians. So with this, technology coming out, there's no need for a special effects technician. You don't need to learn how to make the perfect explosion with smoke that goes this way and that way and does exactly what you want. You could just direct the video to do it. So I believe that will be replaced. Storyboard artists. Scenes visualized from text descriptions by AI are going to completely replace these storyboard artists. Set designers. Of course, you're not going to need to do this really costly thing of designing the set and building this whole thing, because the creation of these virtual environments is going to completely replace what you have to do with a physical set. Costume designers. This, of course, is for, your digital characters, but you can use this to say, hey, generate an elf that's running through the forest. Okay, now make the elf's costume look more futuristic. Okay, make it look more shiny. Okay, make it look more earthy. You could just use descriptive words and it can do it. And you could also just say, hey, make it seem more in theme for the rest of the video, right? So there's going to be, this eventually will go away. Of course, costume designers making physical costumes won't be required for that. Number 10 is casting directors. This is going to be, I think, done with AI generated characters, so that role will be gone. Advertising copywriters, I think integrated into video content by AI for ads is how this is going to happen. News reporters. there's going to be so much automated news reporting. AI avatars can present news segments, and maybe you sell this in a way that says, hey, these people, this AI is unbiased, so its take is going to be unbiased. Number 13 is educational content creators. I think you're going to be able to have automated video creation for a lot of educational materials, which I personally learned so much better watching a video than reading something, so I would be all on board for this. Then number 14 is corporate trainers. So AI used to essentially create customized training videos, I think is phenomenal. I've heard of some demos and some tools that essentially it's watching you watch the training live, the corporate training, and if you start getting bored, it increases the volume and adds a couple extra cuts and tries to make it more engaging. Now, I know a lot of people are really creeped out by that, but I'm just saying this is where it's going. These things will be dynamic, and they'll, basically, depending on what your role in the company is, these things will change, so you know exactly what you need to know. Number 15 is animation artists. So reducing the need for manual frame-by-frame animations, I think, is obviously going to be huge. Number 16 is TV producers. So you are going to become the producer of this show, and I think of whatever show you want to watch, whatever movie you want to watch, that's a huge thing that will go away. Number 17 is graphic designers. You don't actually need a graphic designer because in the AI generated video, you can just say, create a logo for the store that's super this or that or trendy. It creates it. And then in all the future clips, you just say refer back to that. Number 19 is social media manager. As far as creating content goes and automated, all this automated generation of really engaging video content is going to be able to be produced in the future. And then number 20 is the film director. So AI can streamline the production process from script to post-production. I personally am actually going to be focusing next on building a tool. As for those that know, I have a no-code AI app builder marketplace I'm developing called AI Box. We're currently crowdfunding for that. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in the show notes to republic.com/AI-box. We've raised over $300,000 or $400,000 for it. And so in any case, my next focus there will be having a team come and help us create an actual AI box, an actual tool on the platform that allows you to be a film director, have an API integration to these tools, and you'll be able to pick your characters. You'll be able to use ChatGPT to help you with the script, with voiceovers. You'll be able to use 11 Labs. You'll be able to use get inspiration for images with Midjourney, and eventually, have this tool that helps you actually create the film. So this is a big project, but I think this is one that I'll be putting a lot of attention on, to be able to create full films using AI. It's completely possible. It's going to be absolutely crazy to see how this rolls out. I think right now we're seeing a lot of innovation, but I will also say we have to address the real need for adaptation and also upskilling as this AI tech gets a lot better. We don't want this to, have too big of a disruption for people, but I think that there's going to be so many ways that this technology expedites creativity. There's going to be so many new exciting movies that are directed by regular people, and I'm so excited to see it. So I'll definitely keep you up to date on when this is actually publicly available for everyone and what you're able to do it, and I'll keep you up to date on the amazing tools we're building for this over on AI Box to help you create, direct, and edit your own movies. It's going to be very, very exciting. OpenAI has launched an exclusive online AI forum to essentially help with collaboration and innovation, and they're inviting people. So this is an invite-only forum. If you'd like to join, you don't just get to go join it like all the other Discord communities. You actually have to apply. But this, I believe, is really a move to sort of more democratize the conversation around artificial intelligence. So OpenAI has kind of unveiled, this is called the OpenAI Forum. It's a platform that's designed to, what they're saying is bridge the gap between domain experts, students, and AI enthusiasts. So really, I'm not sure how exclusive this is going to be. I'm assuming just from their kind of mission here that they're going to allow anyone to join it, because they're trying to just do a lot of different people, right? These are domain expertise, these are students, there's a lot of different people. So my assumption here is that they're going to allow a lot of different people to actually join this. But in any case, so despite its sort of exclusive nature or whatever, it's free to join, so it's not actually going to cost you anything. And OpenAI right now is actually inviting a bunch of different people to apply. If you follow my AI Applied podcast that I host with Connor Grennan, he apparently has been part of this forum for almost a year, and he says that, once a month or sometimes more often, they'll kind of have this get together where a lot of people jump on a call and they talk about a lot of different things from AI. And it's kind of an interesting place. So they have events and they have meetups and they have a bunch of interesting stuff. So you can essentially apply to join this. But apparently the selection process involves a screening of applicants to essentially make sure that they are committed to the forum's goals. So I'm not sure if that means they're trying to like not let trolls join, or if they're like just trying to get the most exclusive group of people there. I'm not exactly sure where that falls. I have applied. I have not heard back. I'll keep you updated on that. In any case, OpenAI has laid out some specific criteria for membership, including you have to demonstrate an interest in AI. Obviously, that I think is, if you're trying to join this, that should be obvious. You have to have a commitment of at least 1 hour per quarter to participate in forum activities, right? So once every 3 months, you got to spend an hour. That doesn't seem like, that big of a commitment. But you also have to have some sort of proven expertise in your professional or academic field. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be an expert in artificial intelligence. Just in whatever your field is, you have to be, or academics, you have to be kind of an expert there. So I think that's kind of an interesting stipulation. In any case, OpenAI's new platform, it's not just about discussing, it also lets members have the opportunity to directly contribute to AI research and development that OpenAI is doing, which I think is really cool, impactful, and helps you feel like you're contributing. It also gives members the opportunity to directly look at some of the stuff that they're doing. The forum is also going to feature some paid opportunities for members to engage in activities like model evaluations, evaluation set creation, and supporting the preparedness team's efforts in ensuring the safety of frontier AI models, aka red teaming, right? So when they just came out with the big Sora model, of course, this thing's going to need a ton of red teaming to test. This thing can generate video, and so they want a lot of people to probably pulling them from this group to go and actually test this, which in my opinion is really cool because that means that you get early access to some of these models, and you can test all sorts of things on them. So I think all of these contributions are really important to the advancements of responsible AI deployment technology, right? We kind of saw with ChatGPT when they rolled this thing out, it went out to everybody. Reddit went crazy with it. They hacked it. They came up with Dan and all sorts of different things. And so I think they're trying to be more thoughtful when they release things in the future. Now, personally, I actually like the former approach where you just release it, see what happens, and try to fix it on the fly. But I understand that's not everyone's style. So right now, the forum is essentially helping to kind of serve as more than just like a networking platform. It also offers opportunities, a bunch of different interesting opportunities to influence the future of AI through roundtables, community events. There's a bunch of domain experts within a bunch of different diverse fields, including AI, STEM, and also the arts. So there was a recent event, for instance, that featured Emily St. John Mandel, who's the author of Station 11, and she was highlighting the forum's kind of commitment to a broad and inclusive approach for AI discussion and development. So OpenAI recently has kind of come out and said that the forum's mission, as part of its larger goal towards the development of AGI, is to kind of benefit humanity. So recognizing the importance of all of that, they said, quote, creating AGI that benefits all of humanity will require broad participation from stakeholders with different backgrounds. I think this is kind of a good move, right? Because right now they're probably in this bubble. They're in San Francisco. All of their developers are in the San Francisco bubble of like, okay, we're creating this artificial intelligence. But I think input from a lot of different fields, whether that's academic or science, there's a lot of different, or math, there's a lot of different fields that might not directly be working on artificial intelligence per se that could offer a lot of benefit to this. So I think this is an absolutely fascinating concept. The OpenAI forum, I think right now represents a really big step towards kind of building a collaborative environment for AI development. And it's connecting experts and enthusiasts from a bunch of different domains and backgrounds. And they're trying to facilitate discussions and collaborations that are going to shape kind of the future of the way AI is rolled out, with the goal that it is beneficial and safe for humanity. So I'll keep you updated on how this rolls out. I think it's a really interesting forum. If you're interested, you can apply. I'll leave a link in the description that you can go and apply to join the forum. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Today on the podcast, I want to talk about lessons I have learned over the last 3 months of crowdfunding for an AI startup. I feel like so many things have changed, and there's been so many things that are different now than they were, let's say raising money for startups in the past over the last few years. So I want to highlight some of those and talk about some of the things that I think we're going to be seeing in the future, especially as I've been talking to founders and seeing what the direction of these new startups is, how much you can automate with AI, with virtual assistants, the money being harder to come by from venture capitalists who are, kind of have run out of funding after some bad investments over the last few years. There's so much that has changed, so I want to highlight all of that. And all of this is in light of the fact that there is only 7 days left of my crowdfunding campaign. If you've been listening to the podcast for the last few months, you've known that I have been raising money on Republic. If you're interested, you can go to republic.com/AI-box. I'll leave a link in the show notes to check it out. So far, we've raised over $300,000 on Republic and $100,000 off platform. So we're over $420,000 raised from over 420 investors. And it has been an absolute wild ride. I could not have done it with all of the incredible people that listen to the podcast, the community we've built here to really build this project, AI Box, which is a no-code AI app builder and marketplace. It allows you to take virtually any of your workflows, anything you do using AI tools to automate those processes, and just saves you a ton of time not having to log into multiple accounts, not having to copy and paste prompts, not having to link together different tools. It does it all for you. So it's phenomenal. What I really want to talk about is some of the things that I have seen change. One of the biggest things being talking to a lot of founders recently, I am seeing one big trend that I'm seeing is the rise of I remember hearing like a bunch of people say we're going to see like billion-dollar companies with one employee and a bunch of like AI tools. I haven't seen exactly that, but I'm actually seeing very close. I'm seeing the rise of 2 founder companies where essentially you have a CEO, a CTO, and a ton of contractors, virtual assistants, AI tools that are helping to expedite the whole process. Now, I know that sounds, a little wild, especially when we're talking about technology companies who obviously need a lot of developers with a lot of different specialties and specialize in different areas. But a lot of that today, what I'm seeing, and I'm talking to founders that have raised, a couple $1 million for some of these AI startups, because of the power of these AI tools, they really are able to hire contractors. They're able to hire people to use a lot of these AI tools and honestly expedite it. I know this is going to be controversial. I know there's going to be a lot of people that think this is impossible, ridiculous, improbable, and a terrible idea. But I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I am seeing this a lot where you can get a ton of technology built, a really impressive companies created because there's so much automation that now happens with AI. And you can do it with very few people, and you can outsource a lot, which traditionally has not been super popular. But I'm really seeing a big comeback. So that's one area that's one trend I'm seeing. Another trend I am seeing is, of course, something I think a lot of people are talking about, which is this bootstrap approach, where whether you bootstrap or you do friends and family or you do a smaller seed round from VCs or other people, I'm seeing this as a lot more popular of an option. Of course, in the past when there was the ZERP era and money was a lot easier to come by, people had crazy valuations and crazy pricing. They could get a lot of money. I have friends that raised millions of dollars for seed companies without product market fit. And it was definitely a crazy era. What I'm seeing now is investors are interested in coming in earlier. So if they're investing, they want to come in pre-seed or seed instead of waiting till later. And they also are really interested in companies that are either profitable or have a high likelihood of being profitable very quickly. Not something where it's we're going to take the next 3 years to develop a product and then launch. So they want to see very quick turnaround times, and they want to see they're really interested in companies that are focused on profitability, not just growth. I think one of the big trends that was pretty egregious in the last cycle was you would raise millions of dollars, and in order to give a return, you would essentially, without product market fit, have to buy product market fit. So you would spend, for every $10 you'd spend on sales to acquire a customer, you would maybe make $2 back from that customer. And even though that wasn't a profitable transaction, this vicious cycle would repeat where they just needed to prove that they could get customers. They would be spending absorbent amounts of money. And when everyone's doing that, of course, the cost of ads and the cost of sponsorships and everything goes up. So the cost of acquiring a customer got really expensive. It was crazy. I remember running self-pause during that era. Self-Pause is my last startup, the #1 AI life coach. And it was pretty crazy just to see how much from the beginning of that company to that era, like the cost of Google ads increased was absolutely wild. But this is definitely not the case. Today, we're seeing these bootstrapped, very lean companies, a handful of people, sometimes 2 main founders, and then they're outsourcing stuff so they don't have to do stock options, or so that they can essentially get things cheaper or done quicker. They can scale up more. So this is something I think that's very interesting that we're seeing. One thing that I will say, I think is an absolutely incredible thing that I have personally seen, and I know this is not everyone's, path, but I'm seeing this trend definitely a lot more where as you're kind of doing this bootstrapped approach or this more lean approach, people are also looking for organic media as being a bigger and more important piece of the puzzle. So, and I've also talked to investors that say this is very important for what they're investing in, and that is companies that are they have built-in distribution. So that's founders that are either, you're big on Twitter or you're big on LinkedIn or you're big on YouTube or you have a big podcast or some medium that you can reach your target audience, is really, really important and is incredibly beneficial. I think about this podcast and, I have over 2 million podcast downloads last year. This is phenomenal reach of my customers, the community, the feedback I've been able to get from everybody listening has been, so incredible for helping to build the platform and make it something that I know is going to be used when I have, 2 million listens and I have people leaving me comments and sending me messages and sending me DMs on LinkedIn, with the features they would like to see, what they would like to use it for. This is, it's so much more appealing, I think, for an investor coming in, but beyond that, it's really helpful for me to make sure I'm creating a product that's great. And then as soon as we have this ready to launch, we have a large audience that's excited about the product that we can share it with. This is a trend that, of course, this is something I've seen with our own product, AI Box. The AI Chat podcast has done phenomenal. We have AI Applied, we have AI Hustle. We have a number of podcasts that have really great reach, right? They're all top ranked podcasts. AI Chat is a top ranked technology podcast, very competitive category. AI Applied is a top ranked business news podcast in the top 20. AI Hustle is a top ranked entrepreneurship podcast, again, a competitive category. And all of this is possible and creates essentially really, really awesome community. So this is something that's worked well for us, but I also see this as a big trend where startups are looking at starting their own podcasts. I've even had, talked to startups that have said that they're encouraging every single senior role and every single employee in their company to tweet multiple times a day or post on X. And even down to their CTO, who it's not like this is for just reaching new customers, but their CTO, they're encouraging the CTO to tweet every day, build in public so that when they go and reach out to new engineers, they said, this one company in particular, after they've kind of started doing this, they said about 50% of the engineers, when they talked to them about what kind of research they'd done on the company, they're like, yeah, I looked up your CTO, I saw what he was tweeting, I saw what he was building. That's really what got me excited about your project, what you're doing. So I do think this is a great piece of advice. If you're in a startup or otherwise, helping your employees build their own personal brands is actually beneficial for the company. And of course, this is beneficial for your employees. So I think this is a valuable thing to do either way. And it also, of course, just increases the engagement that your podcast can get. So that's something that I've been seeing a lot lately. And I mean, again, as far as the podcast goes, for me, something that I have been absolutely thrilled with is just the connections that I have also made on the podcast. I've been able to meet with some of the top founders from some of the top AI companies. And of course, I think that this can be beneficial for any company, whether that's your partners, your clients, your vendors that you are kind of putting through your own media channels. I think that you can get a lot of benefit from that. But specifically for me on the podcast, being able to interview some of the top AI founders has been awesome for me to help get the word out about them, to network and make great connections. But also, this is a great way for me to, create connections with people that I will eventually have their technology on the AI Box platform. And they'll be able to help further the reach of AI Box in their own network. So for me, this is something I've been really excited about. I've been, reached out to by some really incredible, massive AI companies recently about doing partnerships. And this is all from the podcast and some of the connections I've made on here. So really, really incredibly useful. And then, of course, I think another big thing that I have just personally learned looking at this is honestly the value of going to some of these in-person events. So last summer, I've told a lot of people I was at the AI4 conference. I met so many incredible people there from all the top Fortune 500 companies working in AI. These events I think are really great. I'll be doing a lot more of those this year. I'll be speaking at a number of events, and I really do want to stress that going to these industry specific events can be phenomenal for education, also for networking. So I think that these are a really big part of what I've seen as an important piece. Microsoft is developing their very own AI server gear to essentially become less reliant on NVIDIA. So today on the podcast, we'll be diving into what they're developing, why they're developing it, and why I think this is important for the future of AI. Before we get into that, I wanted to say there are 4 days left in the crowdfunding campaign for AIBot. If you're interested in investing in a cutting edge AI startup, I'll leave a link in the show notes to republic.com/AI-box, where you can check out our crowdfunding campaign. We've raised over $300,000 there and $100,000 off platform to build a no-code AI app builder and marketplace. And we would love to have you as part of the journey with us. But let's get into the episode. In a really strategic move to essentially lower its reliance on NVIDIA, Microsoft is in the process of developing their very own networking card, which essentially is looking to help enhance data transfer speeds between a lot of its servers. So the initiative which they're doing right now is essentially looking to kind of give an alternative, right, to NVIDIA's networking solutions. This, I think it could do a couple things. I think it could lower the cost for Microsoft, but at the same time, I think they could actually boost the performance of their servers quite a bit right now. All of them are currently using and running some NVIDIA chips. And I think they're thinking by essentially creating their own in-house chips, they save money and they increase the speed. So right now, all of this is really kind of looking to alleviate some of the network congestion, which is essentially encountered when AI is in kind of the development phase. So all of this, I think, could actually help companies like OpenAI, for example, speed up some of their AI development. All of this was spearheaded by Pradeep Sindhu, who is the co-founder of Juniper Networks. And so the project is part of Microsoft's they have this, I guess, kind of a broader effort right now to optimize their Azure infrastructure at every layer. So they're really focusing and looking at the ways that they can, make this more optimized. And this is one of the big initiatives that they're taking. Right now, trying to create their own networking chips. This is not an easy task, I would say, for sure, but it aligns with the recent developments of the Maya AI server chip, which I think right now is really showing how comprehensive of approach they are taking to this, and really to reducing their dependency on NVIDIA's ecosystem, which right now is, of course, the absolute behemoth, and is it's the elephant in the room everyone's trying to compete with and take market share with, and perhaps be less reliant when you're one of these really big companies. So the urgency to get this developed is underscored by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. So he said he has concerns over computing power disparities, particularly in comparison to Google. So Microsoft's right now, their independent networking solutions, I think, are really, really critical for OpenAI, who really is quite deeply tied to Microsoft. And if they're able to lower the costs, make this faster, this is going to be a really big boost to OpenAI. So Microsoft, I will say, though, is not alone in trying to do this. There are some other cloud giants, including Amazon's AWS and also Google Cloud, who are trying to do some similar things and develop their own AI chips and kind of server networking hardware. So the trend definitely, I think, is showing that there is a huge desire right now among a lot of these top cloud service providers to diversify their hardware from just being dependent on NVIDIA and what they have to offer. Now, to be honest, NVIDIA obviously is doing a great job, as evidence, a phenomenal job, as evidenced by their stock price and how they just have an unlimited line of customers. But I think that might actually be their downfall, right? When NVIDIA has an unlimited line of customers, companies like Amazon and Google and Microsoft are concerned that, should NVIDIA not have the capacity, should they become, should they decide they don't want to work with you, all of a sudden they could give their chips to your competitors and not yourself, and you'd be in a really bad position. And so right now, of course, NVIDIA, I think, has been doing a great job of trying to be fair and equally dole out their chips to everybody. But I think there's always, no one wants to be too dependent, have all their eggs in one basket. And so people are trying to really build out diversified sourcing for some of their chips. And this means that a lot of them are actually looking at making them themselves. So Microsoft, I think right now, in this new initiative they're doing, it poses like a direct challenge to NVIDIA. And NVIDIA really has a stronghold in the kind of server networking gear area. I think this has the potential to impact NVIDIA's revenue streams, assuming they're able to scale this and get this out. However, I will say creating these chips is something that does take quite some time. Building up the manufacturing facilities and all of that, like this all does take time, so it's not immediate. And I think NVIDIA is going to continue to enjoy a healthy lead from that. So all of that could definitely take years, and I think that it's far from being an immediate threat to NVIDIA. What I will say is there's something really interesting said by Baron Fung, who's a researcher at Del Oro Group. He said, quote, Microsoft and other cloud providers don't want to be tethered to NVIDIA's ecosystem. And then I think, in kind of response to this and some other questions, there was a Microsoft spokesperson who recently said, quote, as part of our system approach to Azure infrastructure, we're focusing on optimizing every layer of our stack. We routinely develop new technologies to meet the needs of our customers, including networking chips. So, the Microsoft spokesperson really kind of made it seem like, hey, this is just us optimizing, while you see, other researchers saying, look, they don't want to be tied to NVIDIA. So you're kind of hearing two narratives here, but I think at the end of the day, maybe both can be true. And I think that they're both, very relevant points. So all of this, I think, reflects a kind of a broader industry dynamic where you're seeing a lot of these leading tech firms that are increasingly investing in proprietary technology, right? They're trying to build stuff in-house. They're trying to do it themselves, not be super reliant on other companies. And all of this, they got a couple motivations. One is enhancing performance, right? So they're building these things to specifically be more performant on, their tech stack and on their cloud provider. And then, of course, reducing costs, right? If they don't have to pay NVIDIA for these chips, they can significantly reduce costs. I think NVIDIA has something like a 70% profit margin. And that might just be broadly across their company. So maybe it's a little bit lower on chips. Maybe it's a little higher on chips, but they do have a healthy profit margins. And so there's definitely room, if you build these yourself, to cut costs significantly. So NVIDIA right now is really continuing to expand. They have a bunch of big new initiatives like the DGX Cloud, which integrates closely with cloud providers' data centers. And I think this, again, might be something that scares, the Google, Microsoft, Amazon, who all have their own cloud providers and are worried about the competition there. So overall, a fascinating story, and I'll keep you up to date on how this continues to evolve.
Okay, I'm going to narrate as I do this. Notice that the clock is ticking over here in the upper left hand.
Now what I was meant to write, it was meant to write these. I'm going to do it here. I can keep all the shit together. This will be the last one, I think, because it's gone over the hour business. Tips, tricks, best, chat, bot, plot, home, tool, to build, chat, bot, to build chatbots for your business. That's one. tips, tricks, and go into it. It can build a machine. It can build. I don't know why they call it chat. I can build the operator that you can type things into it. You can build it. So you have to build it first. It takes a little while, maybe 2 months or something. Then you've got to build, and after you've got to build, you have to operate it. And now that will take you a little while. I don't know how long to operate it. All right, and then after operation, you have to make it work. Make it work. I don't know how long. To me, it'll take about 10 years, 100. Well, anyway, someone's smart. Let's say someone's smart. After about 7 months, maybe less than 7 months, 4 months, maybe in seconds, you can have a chatbot business assistant that creates pages to go do this. That makes you money. Do this. That makes you money. Put all this together like this. And now this will be your web page. And on your web page, every so often when you want to talk to me, I can give you more ideas how you can create extra money. Plus you're showing other people how to create money. So you're not really ripping off anyone. You're telling the internet, I did this and everybody can do this. So I'm not really ripping them off. They can sign up there. It's just a commission of $15. What do you, and then you have to donate after $15. And all the tools are there. You can make your own chat bot and whatever it is. The best chatbot platform to build chatbot for business. Okay. That's what I search engine. Have to be this year. I don't know, Hector. I don't. Okay. I'm not clever. How this works.
Top best chatbot platform tools to build chatbots for your business. Faster Capital. Free help and discounts from Faster Capital. Top best chatbot platform tools to build chatbots for your business. 1. Why you need a chatbot for your business. A chatbot is a computer program that simulates human conversation. It can be used to provide customer service or support, or to promote and sell products or services. The use of chatbots is growing rapidly as businesses seek to find ways to improve customer service and increase sales. A chatbot can be used to answer frequently asked questions, help customers find information, or make recommendations. There are many different platforms that offer chatbot services. Some platforms are designed for specific types of businesses, while others can be used for any type of business. Here are some reasons why you might need a chatbot for your business. 1. To provide customer service. A chatbot can be used to answer customer questions, provide support, or give information about products or services. 2. To increase sales. A chatbot can be used to recommend products or services, or to offer discounts and promotions. 3. To save time. A chatbot can automate tasks such as customer service, data entry, or lead generation. This can free up time for your employees to focus on other tasks. 4. To improve customer retention. A chatbot can keep your customers engaged with your brand and help them feel valued and appreciated. 5. To reach a wider audience. A chatbot can help you reach new customers or connect with customers in different time zones. There are many benefits to using a chatbot for your business. Chatbots can save you time and money, while providing excellent customer service and increasing sales. Why you need a chatbot for your business. Top best chatbot platform tools to build chatbots for your business. 2. How to choose the right chatbot platform. If you want to create a chatbot for your business, you need to choose the right chatbot platform. There are many different platforms available, so it can be difficult to know which one to choose. Here are some things to consider when choosing a chatbot platform. 1. Ease of use. The platform should be easy to use, so you can create a chatbot without any technical knowledge. 2. Features. That platform should have all the features you need to create a chatbot, such as natural language processing and machine learning. 3. Pricing. The platform should be affordable, so you can create a chatbot without breaking the bank. 4. Support. That platform should have good customer support, so you can get help if you need it. 5. Scalability. The platform should be scalable, so you can create a chatbot that can handle a large number of users. 6. Integrations. The platform should have good integrations, so you can connect your chatbot to other software products. 7. Security. The platform should be secure, so you can rest assured that your data is safe. 8. Privacy. The platform should have good privacy protection, so you can keep your data private. 9. Compliance. The platform should be compliant with all the relevant laws and regulations. 10. Reputation. The platform should have a good reputation, so you can be sure that it is reliable and trustworthy. How to choose the right chatbot platform. Top best chatbot platform tools to build chatbots for your business. If you're looking to build a chatbot for your business, you'll need to choose the right platform. There are a lot of different chatbot platforms out there, and it can be tough to decide which one is right for you. To help you out, we've put together a list of the 10 best chatbot platforms. We'll go over what each platform offers and what they're best for, so you can make an informed decision about which one is right for your business. 1. ChatFuel. ChatFuel is a popular chatbot platform that offers a wide range of features. With ChatFuel, you can easily create a chatbot without any coding knowledge. What's more, ChatFuel offers a number of templates and plugins to help you customize your chatbot. You can also use ChatFuel to integrate your chatbot with a number of popular services, such as Facebook Messenger, Slack, and Telegram. Best for businesses that want an easy-to-use chatbot platform with a wide range of features and integrations. 2. Motion.ai. Motion.ai is another popular chatbot platform that offers an easy-to-use interface. With Motion.ai, you can create a chatbot without any coding knowledge. Best for businesses that want an easy-to-use chatbot platform with a wide range of features and integrations. 3. BotKit. BotKit is an open-source chatbot platform that offers a wide range of features. With BotKit, you can create a chatbot without any coding knowledge. BotKit also offers a wide range of plugins to help you customize your chatbot. You can also use BotKit to integrate your chatbot with a number of popular services, such as Facebook Messenger, Slack, and Telegram. Best for businesses that want an easy-to-use chatbot platform with a wide range of features and integrations. 4. Microsoft Bot Framework. The Microsoft Bot Framework is a powerful chatbot platform that offers a wide range of features. With the Microsoft Bot Framework, you can create a chatbot without any coding knowledge. The Microsoft Bot Framework also offers a wide range of templates and plugins to help you customize your chatbot. You can also use the Microsoft Bot Framework to integrate your chatbot with a number of popular services, such as Facebook Messenger, Slack, and Telegram. Best for businesses that want an easy-to-use chatbot platform with a wide range of features and integrations. 5. Amazon Lex. Amazon Lex is a popular chatbot platform that offers a wide range of features. With Amazon Lex, you can easily create a chatbot without any coding knowledge. Amazon Lex also offers a wide range of templates and plugins to help you customize your chatbot. You can also use Amazon Lex to integrate your chatbot with a number of popular services, such as Facebook Messenger, Slack, and Telegram. Best for businesses that want an easy-to-use chatbot platform with a wide range of features and integrations. The top 10 best chatbot platform tools. Top best chatbot platform tools to build chatbots for your business. 4. How to build a chatbot for your business. Choosing the right platform. There are a few things to consider when choosing the right platform for your chatbot. First, you'll need to decide what kind of chatbot you want to build. There are two main types of chatbots: rule-based and AI-based. Rule-based chatbots are easier to build and require less maintenance. But they are not as flexible as AI-based chatbots. AI-based chatbots are more flexible and can handle more complex tasks, but they require more maintenance. Once you've decided what kind of chatbot you want to build, you'll need to choose a platform. There are many chatbot platforms to choose from, but we recommend Chatfuel or BotPress. Chatfuel is a great platform for building rule-based chatbots, while BotPress is a good choice for building AI-based chatbots. Building your chatbot. Once you've chosen your platform, it's time to start building your chatbot. The first thing you'll need to do is create an account on the platform you've chosen. Once you've created an account, you'll be able to access the platform's builder tool. Building a chatbot is similar to building any other kind of software. You'll start by adding intents, which are the different things your chatbot can do. For each intent, you'll need to add a few example phrases that users might say. The platform will then use these example phrases to train the chatbot to recognize the intent. After you've added all the intents you want your chatbot to be able to handle, you'll need to add some responses. These are the things your chatbot will say in response to user input. You can add as many responses as you want. And the chatbot will choose the best response based on the user's input. You can also add buttons to your responses. These buttons can be used to trigger different intents, or they can be used to provide additional information to the user. For example, you could add a button that allows the user to trigger the order intent. Or you could add a button that provides more information about your product. Testing your chatbot. After you've built your chatbot, it's important to test it to make sure it's working correctly. The best way to test a chatbot is to use the platform's testing tool. This tool allows you to test your chatbot in a simulated environment without having to deploy it to a real user. Once you're satisfied with your chatbot, you can then deploy it to a real user. Deploying a chatbot is similar to deploying any other kind of software. You'll need to host it on a server and make sure it has all the necessary dependencies installed. You can then provide your users with a link to the chatbot, so they can start using it. Working on expanding your business reach. Faster Capital provides full business expansion services and resources and covers 50% of the costs needed. 5. The benefits of having a chatbot for your business. If you're like most business owners, you're always looking for ways to improve your customer service and increase sales. You may have considered investing in a chatbot. But what are chatbots, and what are their benefits? In short, chatbots are computer programs that simulate human conversation. They can be used to answer customer questions, recommend products, and even close sales. Here are 4 benefits of chatbots for businesses. 1. Chatbots are available 24/7. Your customers don't take a break, so why should your customer service? Chatbots can be used to answer customer questions and resolve issues anytime, day or night. This means your customers will always have a positive experience with your brand, even if your human customer service team is unavailable. 2. Chatbots can handle multiple chats at once. Unlike humans, chatbots can handle multiple chats simultaneously. This means your customer won't have to wait in line or on hold to get the help they need. As a result, you'll be able to resolve more issues in less time, leading to happier customers. 3. Chatbots never get tired. Chatbots can work around the clock without getting tired. This is beneficial for business that receive a high volume of customer questions or complaints. With a chatbot on your team, you can be sure that every customer will receive the same high level of service, no matter when they contact you. 4. Chatbots can be customized to your brand. When you use a chatbot, you have the opportunity to customize the experience to match your brand's voice and personality. This can help create a more personal connection with your customers and make them more likely to do business with you again in the future. If you're looking for a way to improve your customer service and increase sales, consider investing in a chatbot. Chatbots offer many benefits for businesses, including 24/7 availability, the ability to handle multiple chats at once, and the ability to never get tired. Plus, chatbots can be customized to match your brand's voice and personality. The benefits of having a chatbot for your business: top best chatbot platform tools to build chatbots for your business. If you're like most business owners, you're always looking for new ways to promote your business and reach new customers. But with the ever-changing landscape of marketing and technology, it can be hard to keep up with the latest trends. That's where chatbots come in. Chatbots are computer programs that can mimic human conversation. They're becoming increasingly popular as a way for businesses to interact with their customers. What is a chatbot? A chatbot is a computer program that simulates human conversation. Chatbots are often used to communicate with customers or potential customers on behalf of a business. Chatbots can be deployed on a number of different platforms, including websites, messaging apps, and even in physical stores. How do chatbots work? Chatbots use a combination of artificial intelligence (AI) and natural language processing (NLP) to understand human conversation. This allows them to respond to questions and queries from customers in a natural way. Most chatbots are designed to mimic human conversation as closely as possible. This means that they're usually programmed to use colloquial language and slang. What are the benefits of using a chatbot? There are a number of benefits to using chatbots for your business. Here are some of the most important ones. 1. Chatbots can save you time. One of the biggest benefits of using chatbots is that they can save you time. Chatbots can handle a large volume of customer queries and requests, which frees up your time to focus on other tasks. 2. Chatbots are available 24/7. Another benefit of chatbots is that they're available 24/7. This means that your customers can get in touch with you at any time of day or night, regardless of where you are in the world. 3. Chatbots can help you promote your products and services. Chatbots can also be used to promote your products and services to potential customers. For example, you could use a chatbot to send special offers and discounts to people who have shown an interest in your product or service. 4. Chatbots can improve customer satisfaction. Chatbots can also help to improve customer satisfaction levels. This is because they can provide a quick and easy way for customers to get in touch with you and get the information they need. 5. Chatbots can increase sales. Another benefit of chatbots is that they can increase sales. This is because they provide an easy way for customers to purchase products and services from your business. For example, you could use a chatbot to take orders and process payments. How to promote your business with a chatbot. 1. Use chatbots to generate leads. One of the best ways to use chatbot to promote your business is to use them to generate leads. You can do this by using a chatbot to collect contact information from potential customers who visit your website or use your messaging app. 2. Use chatbots to nurture leads. Another way to use chatbots to promote your business is to use them to nurture leads. You can do this by using a chatbot to send follow-up messages and information to potential customers who have shown an interest in your product or service. 3. Use chatbots to close sales. Another way to use chatbots to promote your business is to use them to close sales. You can do this by using a chatbot to take orders and process payments from customers who want to buy your product or service. How to promote your business with a chatbot. Top best chatbot platform tools to build chatbots for your business. 7. The different types of chatbots you can create. The different types of chatbots you can create. When it comes to chatbots, there is no one-size-fits-all solution. The platform you choose and the features you include will be determined by the specific needs of your business. However, there are some general types of chatbots that can be useful for nearly any kind of company. 1. Customer service chatbots. One of the most common uses for chatbots is customer service. These chatbots can handle a wide range of tasks, from answering simple questions to helping customers troubleshoot problems. 2. Sales chatbots. Sales chatbots can be used to provide information about products and services, answer questions about pricing and availability, and even close sales. These chatbots can be used to sell and cross-sell products, as well as to provide customer support after the sale. 3. Marketing chatbots. Marketing chatbots can be used to send personalized messages, offer discounts and coupons, and provide information about upcoming events and promotions. These chatbots can also be used to gather customer feedback and conduct surveys. 4. Human resources chatbots. Human resources chatbots can be used to onboard new employees, answer questions about benefits and policies, and help employees find the information they need. These chatbots can also be used to conduct performance reviews and provide feedback on employee progress. 5. Chatbots. Chatbots can be used to reset passwords, troubleshoot technical problems, and answer questions about policies and procedures. These chatbots can also be used to provide information about new software releases and updates. 6. Financial services chatbots. Financial services chatbots can be used to answer questions about account balance and transactions, as well as to provide information about products and services. These chatbots can also be used to process payments and transfer funds. The different types of chatbots you can create. Top best chatbot platform tools to build chatbots for your business. 8. Guidelines for creating an effective chatbot. If you're looking to create a chatbot for your business, there are a few things you'll need to keep in mind in order to create an effective chatbot. Here are a few guidelines to follow. 1. Keep it simple. When it comes to chatbots, simpler is better. You'll want to avoid making your chatbot too complicated or difficult to use. 2. Make it responsive. You'll want to make sure your chatbot is responsive and able to answer questions in a timely manner. 3. Make it human. Chatbots should be designed to sound and feel like humans. This means using natural language processing and avoiding robotic sounding responses. 4. Make it engaging. Your chatbot should be engaging and interesting to use. This means using engaging content, such as games, quizzes, and polls. 5. Make it valuable. Your chatbot should offer value to users. This could be in the form of discounts, coupons, or exclusive content. Guidelines for creating an effective chatbot. Top best chatbot platform tools to build chatbots for your business. 9 Best Chatbot Platform Tools to Build Chatbots for Your Business. Chatbots, including ChatGPT, Watson, and BERT, have surged in popularity lately, thanks mainly to groundbreaking advancements in generative artificial intelligence (GenAI) and natural language processing (NLP). To show just how mainstream chatbots have become, consider that there are now a whopping 300,000 chatbots on Facebook. Chatbots, they're being increasingly used by businesses of all sizes to interact with their prospective and existing customers. Not just in the area of customer support, but also in sales and marketing. According to Grow, 53% of customers are more likely to shop with businesses that they can message. Chatbot marketing may seem complicated at first, but due to the emergence of chatbot platform tools, creating and distributing a chatbot on your website and messaging apps is now easier than ever. In this article, I've compiled a list of 9 best chatbot builders that you can use to build your very own chatbot and supercharge your marketing. But first, let's cover the basics of chatbot marketing. Already know the basics? Click here to jump straight to the list of best chatbot builders. What is a chatbot? A chatbot is an AI-powered software that can simulate a conversation with users via a chat interface on a website or a messaging app like Facebook Messenger, Skype, WhatsApp, or Telegram. With the help of chatbot technology, businesses can streamline their sales process and provide better customer support. From the consumer standpoint, chatbots can make it easier for users to find the exact solutions they are looking for, without wasting any time spent on searching or navigating a website. The chatbot technology is enabled through a set of if-then rule statements programmed via a chatbot builder. In most cases, you don't require coding knowledge to create even the most advanced chatbots. Thanks to some of the most innovative chatbot building platforms which we will reveal below. How do chatbots work? Chatbots are enabled through a technology called natural language processing (NLP), a subfield of computer science and AI that is concerned with the interactions between computers and human languages. Essentially, chatbots process the text presented to them by users, interpret what they've said, and determine a series of appropriate responses based on this information. Chatbot examples: 3 of the most creative chatbots on the web. George Bernard Shaw once said, "Imitation is not just the sincerest form of flattery, it's the sincerest form of learning." So before you start building your own chatbot, let's take inspiration from the 3 most creative chatbots on the web. Chatbot example number 1. Lego. Lego's chatbot, Ralph, is a classic example of customer support done well. Ralph acts as a virtual shopping assistant on Facebook Messenger and helps users find the perfect Lego gifts for special occasions. This reduces the indecision consumers typically face while shopping for gifts. Image credit Edelman Digital. Ralph the chatbot asks users questions like their age, budget, and the type of Lego sets they are interested in. A few seconds later, Ralph presents a slew of kits ready for purchase. Ralph was responsible for driving 25% of all in-season online sales, providing a 6x return on ad spend within certain markets. Try the chatbot here. Chatbot example number 2. Hipmunk. Hipmunk is a platform that helps travelers find the best travel deals. In other words, people can use the platform to book flights, hotels, and rental cars. To help travelers book flights and hotels more easily, Hipmunk created a chatbot, Hello Hipmunk, which is available on Facebook Messenger, Skype, and Slack. Image credit Hackanoon. The chatbot uses the traveler's location to determine where they are traveling from, and sends them great deals from that location. The chatbot also shares maps, helping users ensure that the bot has determined the right location. Try the chatbot here. Chatbot example number 3, TechCrunch. TechCrunch is one of the leading technology blogs on the web. Their chatbot is a content marketing chatbot that shares personalized content from their blog. Image credit TechCrunch. The chatbot allows users to pick the number of times they'd like to receive new content, along with the type of content they'd like to receive gadgets, startups, apps, etc. The TechCrunch chatbot is available on both Telegram and Facebook Messenger. Try the chatbot here. Now that you know the basics about chatbots and have seen some of the most creative chatbot examples, here's a list of the 9 best chatbot platform tools. 9 best chatbot builders. 1.customers.io, formerly MobileMonkey. Customers.io, formerly MobileMonkey, is a popular Facebook Messenger platform that lets you build chatbots on Facebook Messenger, grow your contact list, segment your audience, and even build messenger funnels, an alternative to landing pages that opt people into audiences when they click on the ad. The chatbots created via customers.io can be programmed to make appointments, answer FAQs, track purchases, and use AI to match content to intent via keywords and interactions. The company was founded by leading internet marketer, Larry Kim. Customers.io pricing plans. Below are the pricing plans Customers.io currently offers. Free $0.50 leads. Starter $199 / Mo 250 leads / month. Pro $499 / Mo 700 leads / month. Enterprise - custom solutions. The Customers.io free plan provides everything you need to design and deploy successful messenger marketing campaigns that will drive real results for your business. It includes features such as a chatbot builder, messenger ads, chat blaster, Q&A triggers, and more. For advanced features like drip campaigns, bot analytics, and integrations, you'll need to upgrade to any of the paid plans. Try Customers.io for free. Side note: want to create a conversion-optimized Facebook chatbot? Check out Larry Kim's ultimate guide to Facebook Messenger ads. 2. Botsify. Botsify is an easy-to-use chatbot building platform that lets you create powerful AI chatbots on your website and popular messaging apps like WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Telegram, and Instagram. It's designed with user-friendliness in mind, making it accessible for individuals and businesses alike, regardless of their technical expertise. One of the key benefits using Botsify is its capacity to develop sophisticated, interactive chatbots that can streamline communication, enhance customer support, and even drive sales. Given its features and ease of use, it's no surprise that many recognized brands, including Apple and Unilever, have turned to Botsify for their chatbot needs. You can find examples of bots created via Botsify at Beerbot store. Botsify pricing plans. Botsify offers 3 pricing plans. Do-it-yourself $49 / Mo 2 chatbots, 5,000 users / Mo. Done for you $149 / Mo 5 chatbots, unlimited users. Custom - custom chatbot development. You can save 17% by switching to annual billing. Register for Botsify's free plan. 3. Landbot. Landbot is a user-friendly, no-code platform for creating chatbots. Its primary emphasis is on creating conversational experiences that convert website visitors into leads, subscribers, or customers. One of Landbot's strongest selling points is its user-friendly interface. Many other platforms require a steeper learning curve, but Landbot has positioned itself as accessible to both tech-savvy users and beginners. Originally built for websites, Landbot has expanded its reach and allows deployment on various platforms, including WhatsApp. Landbot pricing plans. Landbot offers different pricing plans for website and WhatsApp. Let's cover the 4 website pricing plans first. Sandbox - free forever 100 chat / Mo, limited integrations. Starter minus €30 slash Mo 500 chat slash Mo basic integrations. Pro minus €80 slash Mo 2500 chat slash Mo essential integrations. Business minus €300 slash Mo custom. You can switch to annual billing to get 20% off on any of the above plans. Here are the two pricing plans Landbot offers for building WhatsApp chatbots. Pro minus €150 slash Mo ideal for small businesses and growth stage startups just getting started with WhatsApp chatbots. Business minus €300 slash Mo ideal for large businesses and startups looking for a custom plan and priority support. Try Landbot Sandbox plan for free. 4. Glassix. Glassix revolutionizes the conversational AI market with its user-friendly, no-code/low-code chatbot platform powered by the GPT-4 engine from OpenAI. It stands out by enabling users to effortlessly deploy the same chatbot script across multiple channels with a single click. Meaning the same chatbot can run through WhatsApp, SMS, Messenger, your website, or app. Moreover, Glassix offers a unique capability where human agents can seamlessly integrate a chatbot into ongoing conversations at any point. Not just when a chatbot encounters complex interactions. This flexibility enhances the customer experience, allowing for a more dynamic and responsive interaction between customers and the business. With its advanced AI technology and multi-channel deployment feature, Glassix empowers businesses to create highly intelligent and efficient chatbots, ensuring consistent and engaging customer interactions across all digital platforms using its chatbot visual builder interface. Glassix pricing plans. Glassix offers 3 different pricing models. Let's cover the first two, Starter and Growth, which allow users to start a 30-day free trial. Starter plan starts at $49 per agent per month and includes up to 5 agents. Annual subscription grants 15% off the monthly original price. Growth plan starts at $65 per agent per month and includes 2-9 agents. Annual subscription grants 10% off the monthly original price. Curious to know more about Glassix pricing plans? Click here to learn more. Start your 30-day free trial of Glassix. 5. Chatfuel. Chatfuel sets itself apart in the chatbot builder market with its tailored approach to optimizing interactions on WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. By offering specialized chatbot platform tools, Chatfuel ensures that businesses, particularly those in the e-commerce sector, can seamlessly integrate chatbots into their sales and customer service processes on WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. Currently, prominent sports leagues such as the NFL and NBA employ Chatfuel for their teams' engagement strategies. Moreover, top publishers like TechCrunch and Forbes leverage Chatfuel to streamline their audience interactions and content distribution. Chatfuel pricing plans. Similar to Landbot, Chatfuel also adopts 2 different pricing models for WhatsApp and Facebook plus Instagram. Below are the 2 plans for WhatsApp chatbots. Business minus starts at $49. You can sign up for a free trial of this plan here. Enterprise minus starts at $300. And here are the 5 plans for chatbots on Facebook plus Instagram. The price adjusts according to the number of subscribers. Trial minus free 50 conversations / Mo. Entrepreneur minus starts at $14.99 500 conversations / Mo. Startup minus starts at $24.99 1000 conversations / Mo. Small business minus starts at $59.99 3000 conversations / Mo. Growing business minus starts at $119.99 / Mo 10,000 conversations / Mo. You can sign up for a free trial of any of the above plans. Visit Chatfuel's pricing page to learn more. In addition to the above plans, you can find a ton of chatbot-related educational resources on their documentation and blog. Click here to sign up for Chatfuel's free plan. If you're in the e-commerce space and would like to learn more about how to build your own e-commerce chatbots, Chatfuel recently teamed up with Sumo to publish a mammoth guide on e-commerce chatbots. Click here to check it out. 6. FlowXO. FlowXO is a chatbot platform that allows you to build and distribute smart chatbots on your website and messaging apps like Facebook Messenger, Telegram, WhatsApp, and more. The platform offers a wide range of pre-built chatbot templates that you can effortlessly customize using the drag and drop interface. Beyond simple chat interactions, FlowXO provides tools to set up automated workflows. This means you can integrate various applications and set up sequences of tasks to run automatically based on specific triggers or conditions. While it's designed to be beginner-friendly, FlowXO also offers advanced features for those who wish to fine-tune their chatbot's behavior. This includes setting conditions, filters, and logic paths to guide interactions based on user inputs. FlowXO pricing plans. Free plan $0 month 5 bots and 500 interactions. Standard plan $19 month 15 bots and 5,000 interactions. Plus $10 month to add 5 bots and $25 month to add 25,000 interactions. Click here to create your FlowXO account. 7. Outgrow. Outgrow is a content marketing platform designed for marketers and businesses to create interactive content that can engage audiences and capture leads. This content ranges from calculators and Quisesto recommendation engines and chatbots. Outgrow's chatbots can be tailored to guide users through personalized experiences based on their inputs, leading to more relevant and meaningful engagements. What makes Outgrow's chatbots particularly powerful is their ability to be seamlessly integrated with the platform's other tools. For instance, a user taking a quiz might be directed to a chatbot for further engagement or vice versa. If you're in need of ideas for chatbots, you can use the Outgrow's idea generation quiz to kickstart your creative process and discover innovative chatbot concepts. Outgrow pricing plans. Outgrow currently offers 4 pricing plans. To create a chatbot with Outgrow, you'll need to select the Essentials or Business plan. Freelancer -$22 Mo allows 5 content types, chatbots not included, 250 leads Mo 1 user. Freelancer Pro -$45 Mo 7 content types, chatbots not included, 1,000 leads Mo 1 user. Essential -$115 Mo 8 content types, including chatbots, 7,500 leads Mo 3 users. Business -$720 Mo all content types, including chatbots, 50,000 leads Mo 10 users. You can save up to 44% on any of the above plans by opting for annual billing. Try Outgrow chatbots for free. 8. Tideo. Tideo are a powerful chatbot builder tailored for businesses aiming to automate and elevate their customer interactions. Designed for ease of use, yet offering advanced customization, Tideo provides businesses, both big and small, the capability to craft chatbots that resonate with their brand and audience. With Tideo's chatbots, businesses can ensure they're available round the clock. This means capturing leads, resolving queries, and offering assistance even when the team is offline. Tideo pricing plans. While Tideo works as an excellent chatbot builder, it also offers complementary communication tools. The platform seamlessly blends live chat and email marketing functionalities, enabling your business to have a holistic approach to customer engagement. Here's the current pricing model Tideo follows. Free -$0 Mo includes 100 chatbot triggers, 50 live chat conversations, 3 users. Starter -$29 Mo includes 500 chatbot triggers, 100 live chat conversations, 3 users. Tideo Plus -$394 Mo custom features. The following plans can be bundled together. Communicator minus $25 / Mo per seat 100 chatbot triggers, unlimited conversations. Chatbots minus $29 / Mo 2K 40K chatbot triggers. Try Tideo for free now. 9.wit.aa. Wit.aa is a free chatbot software that lets you easily create text or voice-based bots on your preferred messaging platform. Wit.aa learns human language from every interaction and leverages the community. What's learned is shared across developers. To see how a Wit.aa chatbot works, check out the demo app here. Wit.aa pricing plans. Wit.aa is a free chatbot platform. You can create a Wit.aa account by logging in via Facebook. Once you've done that, you can create your first chatbot using Wit.aa's chatbot building platform. To see how it works, click here. Try Wit.aa for free. Conclusion. So these are the 9 bot building platforms you can leverage to build your own chatbots to interact with your prospects and customers. There will be more chatbot platform tools emerging very soon, and it's only a matter of time before the big players jump on the chatbot bandwagon. But for now, these are the top 9 chatbot building tools you can rely on to build chatbots for your business. Bonus resources. Here are the best chatbot platform tools in all the key industries and categories. 25 sales chatbot platforms. 11 real estate chatbot tools. 24 best e-commerce chatbot tools. 29 best chatbot platforms for SMBs and enterprise-level companies. 28 best Facebook Messenger chatbot tools. 29 best customer service chatbot platforms. 23 best live chat software platforms. 21 enterprise chat software platforms. 31 best chatbot platforms for marketing. Editor's note: this article was originally published on June 5, 2018, and has been updated regularly since then for relevance and comprehensiveness. Related articles. 7 best traffic analysis tools to boost your website's performance. 38 best marketing podcasts you should listen to. 10 best influencer marketing tools. The ultimate guide to Facebook Messenger ads. 5 best blogger outreach tools to find and connect with top influencers.
I'm out of here. 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 Bye, bye, bye. Adios, amigos. Adios, amigos. I'll give you all the description on the links, the description, all the description. Pareto. Bye, 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 bye. Love you. Intermix Hector YouTube channel. Chifu Hector Mix YouTube channel. Subscribe. I love you. I love you. I'm going nuts. Goal. I live in Australia. Soy chileno.